Broadcasting across Australia and across the world. This is Live FM. We're broadcasting from STEM Mad 2019. I'm having a fantastic time talking to all these fantastic students about their innovations that they've brought today. There's going to be awards later on, and everyone's excited because everyone thinks they're going to win these awards. But right for now, we're talking to Sacred Heart College in Geelong, and leading the team, we've got Goran Gromlich, the Teacher of Humanities and Bradbury Club there. How are you there, Goran?
Very well, thank you, Ralph.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, with you today, we've got Emily, we've got Sansa, we've got Eva, we've got Allegra, Tess, Lucy, Kayla, and Matilda. Did I get all that right, guys?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I did that off the top of my head too, by the way. I can lie on radio because no one can see us. But thanks for joining us today. Now, you guys have got two really wonderful projects that you're presenting today. We know that there's prizes later on, and I'm hearing off the grapevine that you guys are close with these prizes, so we'll see how we go. Not that you do it for the prizes, you do it for the love and stuff. Let's start with Matilda. Tell me, Matilda, about the project you're involved with. There you go. Obviously.
I'm involved in the Puma project, which is a project where we're trying to catch or find or prove that the Otway's puma is real. So we've been working on DNA testing and gel electrophoresis, and we've recently been doing some wild camera, trying to catch them on camera. So we've been practicing lots of that.
Fantastic, Matilda. And who's part of that group? So we've got Emily. Let's start with you, Emily.
Sure.
Emily, is there a puma in the Otways?
Well, there have been claimed sightings from thousands of people all over Victoria and even Australia. So what we're basically trying to do is figure out whether we can actually prove that it's either real or it's not, because it could be just a stray cat or a dog or anything.
Sure, but thousands of people sighting, that's a bit of a worry. I used to like to drive through there, but now the puma being there. Now, Sans, are you part of this group too?
No.
So who else is part of this group? So we've got Eva. Eva's part of the group. So tell me what this looks like, what your innovation looks like.
So as Matilda already mentioned, we've worked a lot with PCR and gel electrophoresis and dealing with DNA. We've gone out in the field to find scats and proof that they're real, and we've also created a map of the sightings to pinpoint where we should go look for them.
Okay, and does the evidence show you in a very conclusive way that there is something out there, or you're still unsure?
Well, a lot of the sightings are grouped together in 4 different groups. There is the Grampians, the Otways, the Dandenongs, and the Gippsland/Alpine area. So there are groups of sightings all clustered together in those 4 areas.
Okay, so who else is involved in this program? So we've got Lucy. Lucy, so tell me, Lucy, what inspired you guys to come up with this idea?
Well, we heard a lot about pumas and sightings on the news and other places, so we really felt like it was something we wanted to prove if it existed or not.
Fantastic. And the other project, guys, let's start with Kayla. Kayla, so the other project that you guys are working on?
So we're working on getting VR to elderly, less mobile people, and if they're past students from Sacred Heart, then they can experience Sacred Heart again because it's changed dramatically, and they can go to their hometown, visit their house, just anywhere that brings back memories for them.
Wow, that's fantastic. And Tess, tell me about your part of that project. Yeah, tell me about how far down the track you're talking about. I mean, when you talk about VR, that's a lot of technology involved with that.
Yeah, so we first started off with they were like headsets, but you had to just insert a phone. So we played around with them for a little time, and then we started looking around for some 360 cameras. We found those, and then we ordered an Oculus Go, which is a way more advanced headset. Then we did some videoing with the 360 camera, and then we put it onto Insta360, which is a editing app that you can use to edit, and then we figured out a way to upload it onto the headset, and now we've got videos that we can give to the elderly so they can watch and enjoy the the world that they have been missing out on today.
Oh, it's an absolutely wonderful idea, because I've got my mum in the nursing home right now, and whenever I show her photos, it's got a little bit demented, so whenever I show her photos, it really lights up her eyes. So well done, guys, whoever came up with that idea. Now, Allegra, are you part of that group too?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so tell me why the elderly? Why is it you're targeting the elderly with this project?
Well, we just want to make sure that it's kind of more open to everyone, but we're just aiming it at elderly people because they're less mobile and they can't really just they just can't really just go out there and see it for themselves. So we're trying to give them that so then they can just see it.
So have you been able to road test it in any of the nursing homes or something like that? Or?
We haven't been able to test it just yet, but we're looking towards that in the very near future.
Fantastic. So you're really helping the elderly, and also you're helping people like me who are scared of pumas at the same time. Goran, wonderful work from the girls. I can tell that these girls are brilliant girls, and they're thinking at a higher level than a lot of other people would. Wonderful work, mate. You must be really proud of what they're doing.
We're really proud of our youngsters. They're doing a great job, and it's really driven by them as well. So, so we couldn't be more thrilled. We actually have 8 projects or so on the go as well, but today we're presenting 2.
Yep. So how many girls, across all 8 projects, how many girls are involved?
So we have a big number of students. This is part of the Bradbury Club that Dr. Cole started a few years ago now. We have a group scheduled class periods 5 and 6 on a Wednesday, and that's about 50, 60 students or so.
Yep.
And then we have students in the after school group as well, so a big number. We're looking at just maybe about 80 or so.
So how did the 8 ideas come about? Were there like 20 ideas and they narrowed it down to 8? Is that how it works?
Yeah, so every year we come up with discussions with students about what sort of programs they would like to look at. We have teachers assigned to each of the projects, and we sort of do a lot of brainstorming with the students, with the teachers, and then we come up with ways how we can make a difference in our community and look at solving problems, because Bradbury Club's about looking at problem solving, taking on projects. We don't have all the answers. We get expert people from the industry world to come and work with our students.
Yep.
It feels really taken on board, and they pushed it the next level.
Well, this is why, watching you girls come through with this sort of teaching and learning, exposure to STEM, science, technology, engineering, maths, and some people throw art in there too, it must open up the world to you guys. So tell me about what this STEM type of work you're doing at school does for you as a person, and maybe your aspiration in your future, where you want to go by way of career.
Well, it really helps on the engineering side of things. See, I'm looking into becoming an engineer in my future, and there's just a range of different things that it's included in. There's art, there's science, there's technology, and everything just kind of groups together really well, and it provides so much opportunity for careers in the future, and I think that's really great.
Fantastic. Do you feel the same way, Sansa?
Yeah, I'd say I feel the same way.
Yeah. Have you got an idea where you want to go with your career down the track?
I'm not really sure, but something in technology would be cool, I think.
Fantastic. Anita, yourself?
With the Puma project, I find it really helpful because we're dealing a lot with like DNA and doing a lot in the lab, because I want to be a doctor, which means it will be dealing with lots of like DNA or disease.
Did you want to become a doctor before this, or is this just fueled that passion to go down that path?
I've always wanted to be a doctor, but doing the Puma project has definitely ignited a bit more of a spark in my future.
Yeah, good stuff. Allegra, how do you feel?
Yeah, it's just really opened up my eyes to all these different experiences and opportunities that I have at high school. And it's really helped me kind of just grasp all of that and like see what I want to be when I'm older, since I'm still unsure.
Yeah, well, the thing is also, you're about year 10? What year?
7, 8.
7, 8, and you're all at 7, 8?
And we got a year 9 as well.
You got a year 9, 8. So, I mean, it's not so long. It's funny, you think that I don't really have to think about my career at all, but before you know it, you're year 10, you've got to pick your year 12 subjects and stuff like that. So it happens pretty quickly. How about yourself there, Lucy? Sorry, not Lucy. It's Tess.
Oh yeah, I love it because I get to make new friends and have new opportunities. I would have never learned how to use a 360 camera or even use a VR headset without the help from this club. And it's just so good, all the opportunities I get, and I get to learn so many new things.
It certainly opens up your eyes, doesn't it? And Lucy, yourself?
Bradbury Club opens up so many new opportunities and different things you can experience. So it just really opens your eyes to what's going to happen in the future, and you get a really good experience of what that's going to be like.
Yeah, good stuff. And Kayla?
Well, yeah.
You got a big smile on your face there, Kayla.
Working at the Bradbury Club's been really different to what I've done in primary school, and working with VR has helped because there's going to be, the future's just going to be full with technology, and working with VR is going to open up so many jobs for us all when we're older.
Absolutely, and more so these days with the emphasis on gender equality, where you're going to have a crack at it as much as any guy has, which is fantastic. Hasn't always been the case, guys. Matilda, yourself?
Well, I really love the Puma project because it's sort of I love science a lot.
Yeah.
Because I would really like to be a scientist when I grow up. So I think the Puma projects just opened my eyes to how many different opportunities in science that there are, as well as technology and all of the others. So it's really exciting, and yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm really thrilled for you guys. I know there's a lot of you today. It's been a big marathon session of interviewing with you guys, but congratulations on the Puma project and also the VR project for the elderly. I think it's terrific. Goran, wonderful work by you guys and your team. Please pass on my best to everyone there at Sacred Heart, because this is really important for the girls, and you can see the glint in their eyes and the excitement around what they're doing. So thank you very much for joining us today, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us, Ralph.
That is the crew from Sacred Heart College in Geelong. I'm Ralph Barber. This is Live FM. We're broadcasting live from STEM Mad 2019.